Auto racing in Elkhart Lake, Wisconsin dates back to the 1950s. Back then, they used public roads and streets through town, similar to Watkins Glen. This place is enormous, over 4 miles in length. It's like a long, very scary drive through the Wisconsin countryside. Coming off our 5th place finish at Indianapolis, the Rum Bum Racing team had a 33-point advantage in the championship. Nick opened the race from 7th on the 51 car combined class grid. His goal was just run a conservative stint, hand the car over to me with plenty of brakes and no damage so that I could do my best to bring it to the front.
Okay, it's 27 minutes now. Okay.
We pitted about 30 minutes into the race, did a driver change fuel and tires, and the Rum Bum number 13 car came out in 10th place. During that stint, I was able to work my way up into the top 5 and pitted with about an hour and 12 to go for one more fuel stop, hoping we could make it for the rest of the way on what we had. So once again, we are faced with conserve, save the car, finish. Unfortunately for virtually everybody, the race went green the entire time. There were no cautions. There was no time in which anybody could save fuel. This was a big letdown for a lot of people. Fortunately for us, we had planned for it. We had been saving from the drop of the green, and we felt like we had enough to make it to the end. With about 5 minutes to go, the number 13 car was in 2nd place, had the leader in sight, but was extremely worried that we weren't going to make it. 2 minutes to go, and the lead car peeled off into pit lane to make his fuel stop. And as I rounded the last corner, I just waited to hear the call on the radio for me to do the same, and nothing came. Staring at the fuel gauge, which read virtually 0 almost the whole time, waiting to feel a bobble in the motor and have to switch to reserve, hearing from my crew the gap between myself and the 2nd car, who was quickly gaining on me. It was brutal. It's tough to balance the big picture, which is the championship, keeping the championship alive and going for the win. When you get a good car and you get a good team behind you and there's a chance to stand on the top step, instinct takes over, and as I've said in the past, it's a bit like a dog chasing a tennis ball. It's hard to overcome instinct.